This is a city. Some call it Denton, Texas.
We call it ReaperLand. Hey, I can hear the audio today.
Here we are.
Yeah, there we are.
I couldn't hear the audio last night either for the intro videos.
Yeah, I have to. Our audio got rerouted. I have to fix it again.
Yeah. We listened to the thing at the end of this episode last night. The commercial. I heard the commercial.
But you said it got cut off because everybody was jettisoned for the raid. Somebody said that.
Oh, that. Yeah, well, it's just there's lag between everybody's different computers and stuff. So, some people are ahead, some people are behind by like 5 or 10 seconds.
All right. Some people saw all of it. Some people didn't. It just means we have to give more time in the future probably before we raid out.
Yeah, most people do. They do like stream ending, stream starting kind of a situation.
Right.
Kind of how what we do here where we start the stream and there's like normally 10 minutes till the show starts. Hey guys, it's ReaperLand. You guys are here every week. You know what's going on. This week we have Mr. Edward Pugh in the house. He showed up today, unannounced.
Unannounced.
No emails, no text messages, no nothing.
I walked in. I said, "Hey, I'm going to do. Is that okay?" And you said, "Yeah."
Just kidding. It's just because Dave's taking care of their father, all that stuff.
Yeah, he got his last chemo. He got his last X-ray treatment today.
Pugh
now we've got to go into the next part. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's good.
So anyway, right now he's working graphics. I've got him buried in that, so that's why I came over here to do this. Trade
Dave?
off.
What graphics is he doing?
Flyers for some. It's all stuff for stores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like to go in orders or to send to stores?
To send to stores and to go into the orders with the stores. We'll print some up and stuff like that.
That sounds boring.
Yeah.
I don't lie.
I was helping David Harper look for a printer, Zebra printer, the other day.
Yeah.
And we stumbled across the displays. I don't think we talked about the displays a little bit on ReaperLive at one point. I think we showed a picture of them.
Right.
But nothing has happened with them past that.
That's what we're working. Those flyers for
that's
that
what
kind of stuff is what's going out. Their packages: a top 50, a top 100, and there's the one that go in the red rack. There's one with a paid option, one without a paid option. And if you don't want the rack, you just want to put them on your wall, then you could get extra product. So although they have to be laid out, and then I've got to start the cycle. So this is Ed. Here.
Yeah. I got this for myself during my birthday a couple weeks ago when we went to Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
It's Sasquatch country up there. And Justin loves Sasquatch. He loves Sasquatch. So Bigfoot specifically, I guess. And so I bought this just to put in my garden, I guess, at my house. And then Justin was like, I want it. Let's trade. So we traded. And this is it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a guilty pleasure obsession of mine.
There's actually, I just read an article that Bigfoot sightings and the belief in Bigfoot is gone up dramatically in the last 4 years.
The belief of him?
The following of him, the herds, hunting for him.
I wonder
just
if there was
the whole
a documentary
thing.
I just find it incredibly interesting. I want to clarify. I'm not a Bigfoot exists unequivocally. Don't argue with me. It's I'm not willing to say that in the vast expanse of forestry that we have that has been untouched by humans, that something similar can't exist in an absolutely explainable way.
Correct.
That's all. Just like the cop-out of, do I believe there's life out in the universe? Of course. The universe is ginormous.
Right.
It's too big for that not to be the case. There's someone somewhere.
Look,
right?
he's bigger than Maldrakar. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He is, and he holds cables for us. Looks like he's running off with the mic.
There was one right here.
Like you could put it in the other hand too. Looks like
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is to believe in Bigfoot. Just look at the Kardashians. Where did they come from? I mean, the whole thing around that. I mean, if that could happen, this could happen.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're a fan of the Kardashians, although I don't think that's likely.
I really know nothing about them. In fact, I just found out. I was talking to my sister-in-law a couple of weeks ago, and I finally asked her. I said, "What is it they did? Were they movie stars, or were they not actresses, models or something?" And she explained to me what they did, and I said, "Well, I got them a long way." So anyway, so much for that. But yes, Bigfoot is. I'm totally with Justin with all those things. Look at the fish, though. In reality, look at the fish that keep coming up out of the depths of the ocean.
The ocean's so
Yeah.
I mean,
unexplored.
it was literally up until, was it 2 years ago, that they thought the coelacanth had been extinct for hundreds of thousands of years. And it turns out that some people in Malaysia had been eating them for hundreds of years or something. And they're like, no, it's right here. And they're like, oh,
that was
okay.
lunch, dude. Give me my lunch back.
Yeah, so there's things that were cryptids at one point that are now just real animals. So it happens.
Yeah, I'm with Quindy. The ocean is terrifying.
Kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
Only after you watch the Jaws.
Not even that. Not even Jaws. Just there's countless videos of like Mariana Trench
Oh yeah.
discussions and big terrifying squid.
Well,
that
read
have-
if you get a
that are
chance. Read
super
about the
scary.
Indianapolis, that ship in World War II there at the end. So
What's about that?
it's just the sharks, all of the stuff that happened to them. I mean, it was like 1,000 went in, 300 came out. You remember in the movie Jaws, when they're all sort of drunk in the boat and singing along or whatever, and then he gets real serious and because he asks him about his what's that tattoo? And that's when he says, that's the Indianapolis, and they all get really quiet. That's what he's talking about. Is that. But that's the name of the boat. It actually carried the atomic bomb to Tinian for the B-29s, and then was on its mission, and then or trying to leave. And since it was secret, it wasn't logged, and they got torpedoed. So no one even knew they were out there, much less that they'd been torpedoed, and everybody was in the water. So
I watched
anyway.
Shark Week was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Thought it was pretty cool. I don't really watch Shark Week every year, but I just happened to be in the place where I could. It was pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff.
Well, good afternoon, Corsair.
Hey, Corsair. Hey, Green Oaks. I think Green Oaks. I think I think Tammy is going to be volunteering. I sent the emails. I think you will be as well for Reapercon. I sent the emails yesterday, so I'm pretty sure. But
All right.
are you going to be on Artist Alley this time at Reapercon Green Oaks? I think you might be. I'm not sure. I don't know who's all on Artist Alley this year.
It's a Ron area.
They get a pass, lol. But yeah, let's see. Right before the show, I was talking to Heriberto. He's a sculptor from Mexico. He's in our Discord, and he's very, very awesome. He's the Midnight Hero sculptor, one of the Midnight Hero sculptor. They'll be doing some demo tables at Reapercon this year, and he had some renders up on the Discord, and I asked him how he was able to get those renders, or what materials he used and things like that, because I thought he was doing them in ZBrush, but he told me that it was another program, so I'm probably going to be looking at that this weekend.
Something like Blender or something?
He's using a thing called Marmoset Toolbag. It's just a renderer.
For render. Okay.
And so I thought that was pretty cool. So I might be looking at that to get some turntables and some renders of some sculpts and things like that. Because I'm always looking for new ways to display the I like to do like a digital render turnaround and then a turnaround of the physical product. Just because to show what it looks like once it's printed and things like that.
Scrying Eye, I don't know. That's again, Ron has always dealt with Luca and making sure everything happens there because he runs so much.
Justin might have more information about that.
Oh, do you have some info?
I did. I talked to Ron this morning to work out the details. As he's been busy, so I actually have to reach out and set up another meeting with Luca, like a voice meeting, so we can try and hammer these details out. Because it has to work for Luca's schedule too, because he has some other stuff he wants to do. So we'll see. It's right now. He has been approved, but we have to. If we can't work out the details, then it may be a next year for Reapercon kind of thing. We'll see.
I got your email, Ed, this morning, or you sent it to me a couple of hours ago about the update for the shipping of the cards and all that stuff. It looks like it was on a container, or whatever it was on, whatever it was shipped via, and it said that the updated date that it was going to arrive was the 19th. That's what it says right now.
That's what it says, yeah.
I don't know how accurate those are ever, so.
That one we can reach out to. I'll send an email to them and find out on that particular one to get a take.
But as soon as they arrive, I will be making packs of them and getting them broken apart and ready and things like that. I've been trying to finalize what monsters we're going to be doing for the raids and what times. They'll probably be every 2 hours or every 3 hours is what I'm planning. And I'm trying to decide. I think I know I want the Rock to be one of them. Maybe Maldrakar. Maybe on like Saturday night, Maldrakar will be one. Just big single monsters that for big raids, and I think that'll be fun.
Okay.
So,
I can't wait to see him and get it going. It's going to be fun.
I hope they arrive on time. That's the fear right now, but I'm excited.
But we feel that about everything, right? Whether it be bottles and nipples and caps or anything. Will it get here? Will it get here on time?
Yeah, the sad thing, though, is that if it doesn't show up on time, then we got to wait a whole year. And
I don't know.
Hey, at least it'll be done.
Yeah.
But I got the stickers to Ron, so Ron's going to be getting the stickers for me. Those should be coming in next week. So, yeah, that's it for Reapercon from my end, really. that's kind of what's been going on really for all that stuff. I talked to Ludo about the marbles. I think a good idea for the marble race thingy is at the top of the hour. I think I've been talking to Ludo about this, but at the top of the hour, you have different types of marbles that represent something different, like a big event, like swap your hands to swap your brush to your other hand.
Okay, so like the blue one could mean
Yes.
And then race and see what that's the color, and they pull it and they go. That's a cool idea.
And then that's what you do. So it's kind of like adds an interactive element to it instead of just saying.
I was wondering, how are you going to mark the marbles so that people know who and what they are?
There'll be different colors, marbles. You can paint marbles.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So everybody will be able to go paint a marble and bring it to race?
No, we'll just have a set color, like colors of marbles.
Okay.
I know that one of your ideas before all this stuff was that we sell marbles or people go out and buy marbles and then they paint them up and then bring them to Reapercon and race them. That is a good idea.
I don't remember that, but I remember
you saying that. It was a good idea. But we could probably make marbles out of Bones USA. Or
probably not enough mass. But yeah.
Yeah. But it'd be cool to have people paint them and bring them. Because you could just go get the standardized marble size. You could just tell everybody to go buy those and then paint them and then bring them and race them.
Okay, well, I have to think about that then.
Launch the marbles from the trebuchet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there.
It's got broke. Somewhere got broke. I've got to fix it. But yes.
But yeah, marbles is fun. I think that's going to be the best use of it. Is hobby hijinks, the hobby hijinks area. I think that'll be very fun.
Let me think about it. I'll see what I can come up with too to add to that.
For the marbles?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or the use. Mm-hmm. Bones 29 win. Oh my God, that's like the Rocky movies, right? They just don't ever end.
Yeah, I heard. I saw a news article about him being upset about Rocky. Sylvester Stallone.
Right.
He was mad about the rights of Rocky. I can't remember why.
Because of the spinoffs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like he didn't want it to be this thing that's got 900 movies.
Yeah, I think he was mad because they were talking about continuing or doing stuff without him. Because he did the Creed movies. He was the director of the Creed movies, wasn't he?
Right.
Or the main producer.
Right.
Or something. I saw articles about it last week. I didn't really read them or look into them. There were some comments on the Kickstarter this morning, Bones 5 and Bones 6, I think, about the whole China severing ties with the U.S. and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But I think that's only for like military stuff. It's not like business.
Well, it's not
ties.
even military. It's it should not affect the business at all.
Yeah.
This is just political. The way I heard it on BBC was
like grandstanding.
Yeah, but it's what we were talking about, like global warming negotiations, trade negotiations, things of this nature. They just severed that. Said we're going to let it cool off and go.
So it shouldn't affect any of that.
It shouldn't affect anything we're doing. Yeah,
at the moment. Who knows?
Yeah,
everything's changing all the time.
A Dolph Lundgren show. God.
What else do I have written down here? Earlier this week, I noticed, a lot of people probably noticed as well, on the new model that came up onto reapermini.com, the new dwarf model, the one with the two hammers, Dorn. Underneath his image, there was a video link, like a video player that looks like a YouTube video.
Correct.
And myself, for a long time, thought that we couldn't do videos on Reaper Mini. But I was informed by Kit that is a new feature that got added recently.
Yes.
And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's very cool, actually. So
and when they get it to work. Yeah, he's having to debug it. That particular thing, when it showed up, didn't have a video assigned to it. And Ron and I went over and looked at the admin page for the piece, and there wasn't anything there, so it should not have shown up, that black box.
Yeah. There's something
and then
in the code,
also,
right?
too, that when you clicked it, there was another arrow on there. Anyway, it would take you out of the website. It takes you to YouTube and parks you there, and there's no back
instead
button.
of playing it inside.
Yeah, so they'll work it out. It'll be good to start adding stuff.
I was thinking about what that could mean, and obviously Collins has always had the ability, since we have that photography table upstairs. What he did for me was he would make turntables for me, videos, little 10-second video of the model being turned around. He was like, I can make that for you if you want. We can't use it anywhere else, but you can use it for social media if you want. And I was like, that's nice. That's fun. But now you can add it to the website.
Correct. Yes.
and Amazon and wherever else that it needs to go. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty sick.
That was a good step up. Yeah. We're really there's a lot of focus right now on the website on a lot of things just to get stuff in order. My focus is dealing with retail stores. Ron's focus is Reapercon, things like that, and it's just all got to get done, and it's all due yesterday.
Yeah, something you talked to me earlier about. We don't talk about this a lot, but because it's still not, it's just all talk. That's what the show is. It's just all talk. You mentioned to me about the quarterly contests and the inspiration gallery
To tie the whole thing together.
and I think that's very fun and cool because I know the inspiration gallery was a big deal back in the day, and it was kind of like a big talking point for a lot of people and a good resource for a lot of people. And I know people have been asking about it. I get messages all the time about it. But I think it's a cool idea that it might be coming back sometime in the future, obviously.
Well, the
changes.
functional change, the issue we had with it before was it required administration. Management, ongoing. And that's where it would fall apart because people get moved around. You know, somebody goes from, oh, yeah, I've got these 8 tasks. I get them done every day. And all of a sudden that doubles. Now you have 16 tasks, you know, things like that. So it didn't make it in the new website. And then the new iteration is this tool that John has that when he runs this is an example, when he runs a quarterly contest, he can take the entrants that are in there. And because they're curated, everybody's tried. It's nice. They're all have done some effort.
They're not random photos.
Random photos of stuff weird. And he can put those into the inspiration gallery. And that way it keeps the quality of the content level up, and it doesn't require an ongoing monitoring and approval process every day of, well, this many more photos. Somebody's got to go in there and do it. So anyway, he could move those to the inspiration gallery, and then he can take like the first 3 or 4, you know, there's usually the top pieces, and actually attach them to the
product page.
The product page where there's extra photos there. And so, you know, so if you win a quarterly contest, your piece can end up on the product page right there with everything else. And that's sort of where that'll be what replaces the inspiration gallery. And it's pretty much in place. It's just got to now work out the details, the little fine details to it, and go from there. So hopefully within a few weeks he'll load up some of the older stuff. We'll get the template running, and then the whole theory is that it doesn't now require daily monitoring or weekly monitoring and getting emails of I submitted this 10 minutes ago and no one's approved it. You know, I mean, you don't want to have a feature that upsets people. And that was a lot of what was happening with the inspiration gallery. It was just,
why didn't mine get chosen? And
or why does it take so long, or how long does it take? You know, I've been waiting an hour.
I submitted it a month
ago, or whatever, and that's what we're trying to do. And,
I'm curious if you could do monthly. So, kind of what we do for the Reaper Challenge League. You could do a monthly thing, but you plan it out in advance. So let's say you do like a 12-month thing, so people can know what the July model is so that they have time to paint
it and participate, right?
And so you always have that like 6 months ahead kind of situation.
Anything at the mouth of the river to feed it that would be great, a monthly piece. I mean, in theory, you could have a daily piece. It's however you want to chop it up.
But you just need time.
But it takes time for people to look at it and go from there. And so running a monthly and a quarterly, or just having a monthly or whatever, or having a big annual one, I don't know. But all of those are on the table, but they do feed into now that inspiration gallery as well as. So it solves that whole problem. So.
And I think that's really cool.
Really, Corsair's. Oh, he's going to go after the 3 Star Wars.
Got him.
So anyway, but yeah, that's a new feature that's very closely being pushed on. My area, as I said, is retail stores. I've been working on that. We have packages that are coming up and doing that. I'm getting ready to upload a lot of changes to that section, and then start re-engaging these stores. A lot of stores are opening now that, you know, the economy's picking back up. You know, it's not the doom and gloom. It's, let's say, maybe it's only the doom part nowadays, I guess, or something. But we're seeing a lot of stores, so it's time to get that dusted off and get back and engage them. We were looking at shows for next year. Haven't made decisions yet.
Shows like conventions?
Like Gamma, things like that. I still would like to, but I'm going to have to see. But it just so much is going on. I don't think we'll make it. I was really hoping to hit PAX Unplugged. And
is that the one in Pennsylvania?
Right. But we're doing with building the building, which they're doing the dirt on, and you start looking at all of the things going on. It starts to get doubtful, kind of a thing, as far as, what can you do and what you can't do. So,
Yeah.
But we're starting to get back in that, sort of waking up from the big 4-year lull. And so.
I volunteer as tribute to go.
Okay.
Whether that's to take photos and meet people or do whatever. But
Yeah, it's generally work the booth.
paint and take, baby. I get messages all the time like, oh, I wish you were at Origins, or, I learned how to paint at doing your paint and take like 5 years ago at this place, at PAX South, and all this other stuff. So.
Yeah, we used to do all the PAXs, but that really, the drayage cost there, the function of going to the show just wiped it out. It went from like any other show to, we're PAX, and all of a sudden the cost, everything just ballooned.
And if you think about it, paint and take is not, it doesn't make money.
No,
because
it
it's all
has no
free.
revenue stream to it, but we still have to pay for the space.
But I guess it's advertising.
It is. It's more or less, yes, it's advertising, it's support.
Yeah.
It's really participatory. The PAXs were good because a gamer nowadays, to me, a gamer's a gamer. You don't, in the old days, you said, I played computers, or I played miniatures, or I played RPGs, and now everybody does everything. So it was really good. I like that. But it's just all of a sudden the drayage costs, drayage being the amount of money it costs for us to pre-ship the goods to the site, the holding place, then for them to bring it to our booth, and then for them to collect it and then ship it back to us. And those costs went from, let's say, $1,200 to $12,000. It was just ridiculous. And and it started wiping out shows. We were going to some shows where the drayage alone was like $8,000 or $9,000. And and you would go like, what? The booth was only $2,000. I mean, the people running the show made no money off of it. It was all going into this amorphous pocket of the freight companies. So it used to be the case that the industry was recession-proof. Do you feel that is going to be the case? Yes, I do. The reason that I ever said that, and why other people would agree or we would have those discussions, is just simply based on the cost of the entertainment. Let's say nowadays you download games. I mean, there's so many things, but I'll use an example. There was a time when a DVD was $30 or $60 or something, or you went down and bought an Xbox game and that's $40, $50. Okay. And so when you're comparing to all your various choices of entertainment, nowadays being concerts or football games, whatever your venue is, you have to look at how much that costs versus how much time are you entertained. Going to the movie is a good example.
Yeah.
If you only do the movie, it's still not cheap, much less.
It's like $20 for two people.
Yeah,
roughly.
but now you're going to take the family or whatever.
Yeah. And then you get food. And
you add popcorn and stuff. So when you look at what we have as a hobby, we just call it a time value hobby, whether it be a board game that you can be played multiple times with friends, things that and the other, or painting miniatures or tabletop. You can spend a lot of hours for a minimal investment. And because people are not going to, if they're talking the bad things, like, at work they're talking about layoffs, or this is happening, or whatever, sales are down, or, all these kind of things you'll hear, it makes it hard that when you go home to say, well, let's go ahead and spend a bunch of money to go on vacation or something like that. And yet you're not going to sit in a room and just stare at the walls. You will still be entertained.
Yeah.
And nowadays you've got a lot more, they busted up cable. So now you can just get Netflix alone if you want to, and at least gives you a choice.
Yeah.
And same with, I don't know the other platforms, I just do Xbox, but they have all sorts of specials now to download this or to so they've made it a lot more cost effective to utilize those forms of entertainment. But people still have other things, going out to eat dinner, stuff like that. So inside of that whole pecking order, the game industry is pretty low, and it gives a time value.
Yeah, I also saw a news earning report for different categories, and I think I saw tabletop games itself, like board games, and D&D and things. All those things that fall underneath tabletop games are up by like 45%
It
year
could
over
be.
year.
I don't really put tabletop. Yeah.
So.
Normally, the categories I would deal with would be board games, RPGs, and then tabletop. Tabletop.
Those are all underneath the. They're all under the same umbrella. Whenever I looked at that news report, those were all underneath the same thing.
Yeah.
And they were all up.
But they'll be up. But also, too, depending on where you get that info, it can get skewed because you have got a couple of big players out there. WotC, if you throw the RPG in there, well, that's a monster. And then.
And they used to skew their earnings because Hasbro, right? They own Monopoly and Magic the Gathering.
Right.
And even if Monopoly was down and Magic was way up, it would look good.
Oh yeah,
for
no.
that,
Well, but
you know?
WotC alone this year, I think, broke $1 billion in.
Oh
in,
yeah, yeah.
Right.
Don't even want to get
and then you go to
started on
Games
that.
Workshop. I mean, I haven't looked at their financials in a couple of years, but I mean, they're going to be $500 million in sales or 300. I don't know. It's going to be a huge number, and those can skew those
Yeah.
as well. But overall, yeah, it's up, and it's cool to be a nerd, you know.
Yeah. Let me know. Plaques Unplugged? Yeah, especially if we go to those cons. I know that Lady Storm, everybody knows her.
Mm-hmm.
She used to reach out to people to come volunteer for those shows that lived close and things like
Yeah,
that. So
to do that and help out.
I figured we would do the same thing if we ever go back to these conventions and things like that.
Yeah. We just have to change how we do it. We can't do what we did before, is just really what it boiled down to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we would go to PAX Prime and have a huge room that we just leased the whole room. And in those days, you just can't do it. So
I saw that CEOcast is at Gen Con,
Uh-huh.
and on Instagram they posted that they were going to be making an announcement.
Uh-huh.
I haven't checked to see what that announcement is, so I don't know when that's going to happen, but probably tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be. I guess
I
you
don't
know
either. I mean,
yeah, we'll leak it here.
we'll leak it here. Yeah.
But
No,
no, I
they
have no
normally
idea.
are usually pretty good about putting out samples and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
they've grown, and a lot of those programs, I guess, have just sort of fallen to the side. So I know they released that D56, which was what they called SIO Hard.
Oh yeah,
But that was actually the same stock number as the old stuff.
yeah. They
So you
basically
still got a lot of
transitioned it.
confusion with people out there of what's hard,
Is it
what's
the old,
not,
is it
and,
the
and
new?
yeah, and we've got ours sorted, and we know what we're doing. But you're seeing a lot of that.
I will say the Base Boss 2
Mm-hmm.
bases, they feel really nice. Like this is the wood. You
Mm-hmm.
can't really see it here, but they feel really nice in the hand. They feel really thick, and I can't explain it. Out there, we have a bunch of production samples that we've been working on for all the tech bases and the lava bases and all that stuff. I think the tech bases feel the coolest, like to hold in your hand. Not that that's important, but just something that I'm pointing out that they feel really nice. Yeah, so it's been pretty cool actually to see all the Base Boss 2 stuff. I want to say we're getting pretty close.
It's getting there. I mean, July's production numbers came in, and he hit really high. I don't remember, it was 50, 60,000 pieces or something. It was pretty wild.
Oh yeah, for the whole
And,
month.
Yeah, for the whole month, and
Is it
maybe
the
more.
heat?
I don't know. I've slept since then, but he's doing real good. And this would be David Harper in the management of that area.
He's
And,
doing okay, is the word I would say.
Oh, you would just only give him an okay.
I'm just kidding. We did the Poke Tools. We showed that off.
Yeah.
So, I knew it was going to work. Well, this was our first time doing a Poke Tool in Bones USA.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it would work because it's generally the same process that you would do in metal.
Yeah.
When I do the tours, I tell people that, you're going to see the same level of detail that you do in Bones USA that you do metal because the mold making process is 90% the same. Just a few different things here and there, but it's 90% the same. So that's where you get all the level of detail. But I think it worked out great. And I think that's the best Poke Tool that we've made so far. The Dragon Head Poke Tool from last night.
Yeah, no, it's
go
cool.
watch
It is
last
a
night's
very
episode.
cool piece. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it's a very good material. I mean, it's not a magic bullet. It's not going to replace a lot. We can't do
Yeah, you
big
can't do
stuff
big
with
things.
it and all that kind of stuff. It's the same metal pin
Yeah.
with a Bones USA top. Yes. Yeah.
Same metal pin. Are you
He's
talking about the same
Poke
pins we've
Tool,
done in,
yeah.
in the past?
Yeah. Well, he's just talking about the pin. Yes, the same punching pin, but now instead of having a metal top skull, this one they showed last night. Is it not over there? Is it there? It is right there in front of the bottom.
The camera's on. I just don't know if Justin has access to
Yeah.
it on this setup for ReaperLand.
But anyway, yes, it
I
is
don't-
that.
I
that
don't, but I
stuff.
can set it up. Hold on.
Okay. The camera's on, I think. I think I
Be
turned
for
it
the
on.
brand.
How important do you think the new D&D movie Honor Amongst Thieves is going to be for the brand?
I think those are two separate.
I think
Tuesdays.
I don't think it's gonna do much.
I haven't seen the
anything.
trailer, but I am open to anything. I mean, I watched the other D&D movies, which I know are horrid, but I enjoyed them. For what they were just sort of a fantasy flick. Lord knows there's a lot worse.
I think that this one will be fun, but
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be like. I don't think new people that don't play D&D or anything like that. I don't think they're gonna go watch it and be like, oh man, I want to play D&D now. I don't think it's gonna do that. I think it's going to be a lot of people who play
Yeah,
and do stuff.
and then when you go to the subscribe, a rising tide lifts all boats. I do believe in that. I do think that the efforts that Waltzy's put to bring D&D to the mainstream are paying off in dividends. I think that right now is a good time for just RPGs in general.
Yeah. Tabletop.
Because people are just, they might start with D&D, but they'll go around and they'll try this, they'll try that. We're working and developing the Dungeon Dwellers RPG. I think that it's a very good time for that, and I do think it'll rise all boats in that genre. I do think it'll help because it's back to just more new people being introduced to it. It's not that there are people out there that don't want to do what we do, whether it be RPGs or tabletop or miniature games or painting miniatures. It's just they haven't been exposed to it, and I'm amazed how many people never even heard of this.
Heard about miniatures and things.
And we're not talking like antiques. We're talking about young people. Kind of a thing. So I think it helps, and that's why I like them pushing it into Amazon or them pushing it into Walmart, places like that.
Oh yeah.
Ironically, that was how Ron and I both got into this anyway. Is there was a chain of stores back then. I think Kmart was one, and there was a Gibson's Discount. These are sort of early ancient versions of a Walmart, a larger store, and that was where Ron found his dungeon sets, stuff like that from Heritage, and
The classic.
So it all works.
I still look for that stuff. I go to antique shops very frequently. Like a lot. I think I've been to almost every single antique shop here in the DFW area, and I constantly look for pewter figurines. And every time I come across them, I always ask them to open the case so I can look at the bottom and see where they're from and if they're anything like big. I do have quite a bit of like Ralpartha. I found a Pegasus a few weeks ago, so I have that. I think that's very fun. So I try to find all the. They're very rare though. I normally go into the antique shop and I ask immediately. I'm like, hey, do y'all have any pewter figurines? And then instead of me looking around the whole place, if they know, they'll tell you. But
I used to find heritage stuff in them, really old stuff. And
so tell me what you guys think about this. I moved the camera a little bit closer just to see what it would look like. So I got the camera a lot closer, so now everything's a lot bigger.
I think it shows enough. It's more of a glare issue. It's just, I think we'll have to at some point really set up. There's the pokey tool we were talking about, the dragon head and the pokey tool. Sort of gaffer tape there.
There's Sophie on the Bonefield base. I showed that off a few weeks ago, but I think it's cool. I chopped her base off and put her on a Bonefield base.
This is the Reapercon Wizard. And
there's the hotel model right there, the cleric.
Yeah.
This dwarf,
Dorn. This month's,
pretty badass. And then obviously the funny angel from last night. I thought that was hilarious. And then there's the fighter, the Dreadmere, or the, where are we going? Barrowgate.
Yeah.
But you can see. It feels really nice to hold because of this. There you go. It's pretty cool to make too. I kind of like that.
Yes, it's Julie Guthrie. Yeah.
Yeah, Julie did that one. Yeah.
And for those that weren't, you heard the reference to last night. Ron referenced that the Angel was part of the Bone Six base set. It's not core set. But to Ron's defense, we only have about, it seems like 100,000 figures a week flow through here, so that are new. So, yeah.
Yeah, I knew about the Angel because I saw it on the sculpting files.
Right.
So I knew about it, but I didn't know where it was supposed to go or do what with it.
It's like Dave said, it'll end up, it's not in the base set, and it'll end up as a new release. It might end up as a power-up. There's a lot of things that we're sorting through. And
is there a Kickstarter update today? There might be. I thought that
first and third.
Today. I mean, it got out of whack.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. But
the new Pokey Tool Vigos Peeps is available at the Reapercon
It might be in a box.
In one of the swag boxes.
But it will probably be for sale at Reapercon.
It'll be definitely, There'll be some blistered up for sale at Reapercon. And then it'll go into production, so you'll be able to order it off the internet as well.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff for Reapercon will be sold at Reapercon, so everybody can get it there and in their swag boxes and everything like that. And then a few months later after Reapercon, that's when we put them up for
It's just got to go through
General
the
retail.
cycle. Yes. Yeah.
That's right. I think it is in the swag box. I could be wrong. Ron's handling all that. I don't want to touch it.
Oh, I'll make stuff up. It doesn't matter. We could just, we'll wing it.
But yeah. And then Justin, you can take the camera down. Let's see. Going back to the video function on the website, I think that's fun because that commercial that Justin made, or the few commercials and all the videos that Justin's going to be making, obviously in the future, can go up on the front page of
Yes.
the website, as well as just having digital turnarounds and physical turnarounds of the products on the product page will be very nice. I think that's going to be exciting and very fun. It just allows you to show the models off a lot easier because some of our old photos of our old models are, there was different photo styles and types throughout the years where different people took it over, and they're not all uniform, and some of them have blue backgrounds. Some are
Right, yeah,
some
that's
are
what we're trying
this
to,
way,
yeah.
Some of them have the scale thing on them, and some don't. So it's kind of like, it's just the catalog is so big, it takes a long
We
time.
need to actually separate. That's what I'm working as well, is this separate sort of focused mini catalogs. Dave's real liberal with giving rides in the car, but man, it'd be the blue one. The green car, his older one, he's getting ready to put that one up for sale. And then does Justin bring his baby to work?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's just,
We haven't begun to question him yet onto the reality of it. Does it really exist, or is this just another excuse to get more time off?
oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I had a baby, and
I feel like there's better excuses for that. Like I've got lupus or something.
No, you have an excuse. I popped you on it, or I've called you out on it, where you've used it like 3 or 4 times. It's like my grandmother's sick again, or something, or those kind of things.
I wash my cat.
yeah,
I need to wash my cat.
And then we started talking about TwitchCon. I know TwitchCon's coming up. I know that is a possibility that we might go, but
We
who knows?
might. Yeah, it's just going to be. I can't. I've got stuff that I have going on actually that weekend physically. I have to go do, and so that knocked me out. We tried to entice Ron last night, but that involves flying, and he's not a big fan of travel and flying anyway.
Oh,
even
really?
even on the best of days.
I didn't know that.
And, yeah.
So
It's not. He'll do it. I mean, he's not a phobic about it. But it's just not like he's never going to be first in line to say, "Hey, pick me. I want to go get on the airplane."
yeah, I was gonna, like, once we are gonna go for sure. We don't know if we are or not yet, but I was gonna look at all the art streamers and see if there's any other miniature painting streamers going, so that way we can meet up and talk and do some videos or do something.
Yeah.
Just it's networking. It's just all communication and going out there. That might be fun. Yeah, this is Justin right here. That's Justin.
It's a lot better than the Justin doll. I'll say that.
What time is it? You guys want to do some photos, or do you want to marvel?
I have no idea. Oh, I'm following you, man.
Let's see. I don't have really anything else to talk about off the top of my head right here.
And I don't have any questions. That's good. I like this show.
I have proof that my child exists. There he is right there.
I like that face.
That's this is what happens when you're trying to sue them in the morning, and Michaela thinks it's funny and takes a picture of you.
Oh,
So
Every time I've seen him, he's always been asleep. Every time I've seen him in person, he's been asleep.
he's adorable.
that's that look. He's looking at mom like going, "I don't know what, but get it off of me."
Yeah, exactly. That is fair. And I have a similar one of her doing the same thing, so it's great.
His eyes are so huge.
They are, and they're blue. They're very, very, very blue, by the way.
Dr. Bob, I tried the 10 Reaper shirts today. Challenge complete. Because he was the one talking last night about wearing 10
to wear it
shirts.
at the same time.
Yeah. There you
Very
go.
good.
Oh, yeah. Justin, while you pull up the pictures, I gotta pull them up over here. I tried to, speaking of, remember when I was doing 3D scans of stuff?
Yeah.
I went and took a 3D scan of the new game store because you can do buildings. That's one of its upsides is that you can do like a room if you 3D scan it. Half of it came out great. Like you can see the counter, you can see all the stands and everything like that. And then the other half is all like wonky and messed up. I don't know.
Did
It's something with the
was
pictures.
the sun coming in or something to hit it? Or
I think it was the mirrors, or no, the windows that are on the side of the building. When it took the picture, it doesn't realize that it's a window because it takes the picture of the outside. So like
it's
cars would be
trying
morphed.
to,
Yeah. So I think that's what happened, but half of it looks pretty cool. So I'll try again at some other point when I have some free time. It's all free time stuff. But I think it'll be cool to have like a 3D scan of it. It looks pretty good on one half of it. But yeah.
As Ed can attest to, I watch a lot of porn.
Is that your first time hearing that?
Yeah. Where is that?
So,
Oh, he's not in the system.
Yeah, Dave said one day that I watch a lot of murder porn.
Right.
As Ed can attest, I watch a lot of murder porn, and then Justin took
out the word murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and Vicky together, they have about 3 or 4 people they watch nonstop. There's some lady that spends all morning, like putting on her makeup, and while she's putting on the makeup, she's telling the story, and that seems to be one of their more favorite. I can't get into the whole murder thing. I'm just like life
true
is
crime?
Yeah, I'm just like
Red?
life is life. I mean, we already have enough. Don't I got to hear about people hunting other people and killing them? Yes.
And you said the murder what now?
The murder porn?
Perfect. I only needed you to say porn so I could chop it up.
Yeah, I figured that was covered.
What other sound bites? Have you heard any of our sound bites that we use? You've heard a few of them.
Yeah, I hear when they show up.
You just gotta
This
stick it in
is
there and
all
see what happens.
happens. Yeah, I've heard that one a bunch. Proctor's.
Yeah. Yep. Good old Proctor. He's a soundbite machine.
As Ed can attest to, I watch a lot of murder porn.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the original.
And if you
Everybody
don't
here
see
at the shop does. You walk through the shop, and that's what's on everybody's speakers.
Yeah.
It is.
If anybody's not aware, murder porn is like those investigative podcasts.
Mystery
or-
podcasts.
Oh,
Yeah.
story.
Full
this really
context
happened. I'm like,
explanation.
come on,
Oh
guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
whole clip.
Yeah.
It is, correct.
Oh, okay.
But it is true. You go through the internet area or anything like that. What are y'all listening to? Oh, this is such and such killer. Blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah, during Halloween time, I remember when they were all working in internet, they would play it out loud
Yeah.
at some point.
Thank you for all the wonderful compliments telling me what a great art director I am today.
I love that one. Yeah, we gotta play that one.
Don't
We
be
should have played that one last
afraid
night.
to create a total pile of dog shit.
That's a classic.
Those are
Michael
great.
Proctor, yeah.
I will be watching probably both of those this weekend. Mac Attack. He's talking about Prey on Hulu and Bullet Train came out.
I
in
don't know
theaters.
about Prey. Which one is Prey?
Prey is a Predator movie, but it's set in like 200 years ago, 100 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's like the first.
yeah.
It's the first time the Predators come down. That's what the story is. It's like the prequel to all the Predator movies. And I can't remember what Indians they are. But it's basically a tribe of a tribe of Indians versus the Predator. It looks pretty good. I've indigenous warriors fighting predators. Yeah, it's like the prequel. It looks. I've heard
I'm
a bunch
still
of
wanting to
good
go
stuff about
see.
it.
Is it Nope? Is that the one?
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm going to try and get to that this weekend.
I don't want to say anything because it might spoil some stuff, but I think it's great. Yeah, we went on my birthday. Is First Nations? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Oh, 1776 Comanche country. So that's what it is. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it's probably going to be the first good Predator movie since the first one. That's what I've heard. So that's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. And then Bullet Train, I want to go watch that as well. That just looks like a fun time. It looks like a fun little
Yeah, just a
movie.
bad day bad day at the OK Corral. I just want to get off the train. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. It just looks like a good movie, like a good theater movie to go watch and have fun. And then, man, there's so much stuff coming up that, like right now, I'm so bored and because there's really nothing to do because everything's happening at the end of this month. You have Lord of the Rings, and then you have
There's Lord of the Rings movie?
no TV show, the most expensive TV show ever made, with like what is it, $308 million or something like that.
Holy crap.
Lord of the Rings coming out on Amazon, and then there's something right after that. What is it? Lord of the Rings and House of the Dragon. So you have House of the Dragon first, which is the new Game of Thrones series, and then right after that is the Hobbit, or I'm sorry, Lord of the Rings series, the Rings of Power. Rings of Power. So I'm looking forward to those. Those are going to be a good time. Good TV.
Yeah, I
watching.
do not have enough time to watch a lot of those.
Yeah,
I'm just now doing Stranger Things 4.
Oh, and Sandman came out today. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
I saw the trailer for that. I started watching a TV show called Alone. If anybody has seen that on Netflix, I've never heard of it until a few weeks ago. Apparently, it's been around for a long time.
Called what?
Alone. So they drop off a bunch of hunters, and you get 10 items, and everybody drops off into the same location. So, like, let's say Alaska.
Right.
So they're all in Alaska, and they're all in this little area. And
And then
all,
the circle gets smaller
No,
and
no.
they kill each other.
No,
It's
no, no.
like Hunger Games.
And the last
basically.
person to not tap out wins. And so they have to last as long as they can, but they have to like hunt for their own food and build their own shelter and all that stuff.
Kind of like forest wrestling.
Yeah, but they're alone, so they're like all by themselves. So
Except for the camera and crew following them.
they control the camera. So
Oh,
they have their own little camera tripod and stuff that they set up.
Oh.
So they don't have people following around. And it's pretty well documented. It's pretty cool. It's a cool show. So that's what I've been watching. And right now there's really no video games to play and all that stuff.
You always have Age of Empires.
That's true. You know, all roads lead to Age of Empires. I did start playing Baldur's Gate 3 last night. I know we're waiting for the full game to come out before we play it on stream. But I just wanted to play it just to see how it's going to be. And I think it's going to be very exciting to play on stream because then stream can make decisions. And I think that's going to be a blast.
I think I played the original of that.
Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's
a long
Gate.
time ago?
Long time ago, yeah.
A long time ago. Yeah, this one's going to be great. So far, all the stuff I've played, it's very D&D. It's very much like
Orville is good. It is good.
Yeah, I agree, Ashley. I love that show.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
If I had
well, you-
Hulu, I would watch the latest season.
Yeah, that's one of the few that I actually will sit down and watch. But it was weird. I went into it with a whole different expectation than what I got, which is good.
Scrying Eye, will there be non-barbecue nibbles? I know there's a bunch of side items and stuff that aren't barbecue, but there are a bunch of places to eat around here. So
Right.
there's probably no harm in like going one block down and getting some food and bringing it.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, hell, if you want to stop and go bring a pizza with you, that's fine.
Yeah,
we also
no
have
care.
side dishes too. Like
Yeah,
we
there'll
have
be, like, you know,
potato salad, that kind of
beans
stuff. Beans, yeah.
Yeah.
Put tater salad. So
Tater
I don't
salad.
see no harm in just know,
Pickles, onions.
There's a lot of food around here, so not very far away either. So there's like Chick-fil-A's and all.
And
all
over
your
in the
normal stuff.
factory, there's a machine that's like about a third full with crackers and stuff.
Oh yeah, who's gonna keep up on the vending machine now?
I don't know. I
now
was
that the
looking at
store's
that
moved
today.
over?
Yeah, now that they're gone, I think I'm going to end up
dibs.
inheriting that one again.
Dibs.
Wait, you want to take care of the vending machine?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go and let you know now. Half of what you give me to put in there will end up in there.
Well, you have the gauntlet machine again. Are you talking about during Reapercon? It probably needs to be moved over and put into the new game store. I don't know.
It's supposed to be. There's 2 slot machines going over there for right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I don't see why not. It just has to be moved over. That'd be cool to have the gauntlet machine over there.
I was practicing on it out here in the hall. I played for a long time. It's a good game.
Yeah, me and Justin have been petitioning Dave to get a pinball machine.
God, we'd love a pinball machine.
I would love that. A pinball machine?
Although that, to be fair, that's probably the one machine that you put anywhere near on the premise that's like free to play that would actually distract us.
Yeah,
Like
probably.
we walk past these in the hallway here, we don't touch them. But if you put a pinball machine there, we joke that it would be a problem.
Nah.
So
You just put it in the new game store. That'd be nice. Waiting for Ed to get off his ass and clean his office so he can get me the
drones?
The drone. Do you know what types? Do you know what type they are? Like what brand or anything? Like
HS
that? HS something.
740s or something like that. Just look up, yeah. I could probably go find it. We used to have a pachinko machine for a long time. Finally got rid of it, yeah. And
The new pachinko machine will be the marble thing because
Yeah.
I think the plan is after Reapercon is to take that and put it into the store. You know how we used to have those old gumball machines that they would put the quarter in and things like that? Well, they were thinking about doing something similar to that, to where you pay to do the marbles, like 25 cents. Marbles come down.
Oh, now that's
and then
a cool
whatever
idea.
wins, you get
Yeah.
that little bubble or something. like that.
Okay.
So
When
I
is
think
Reapercon? Labor Day weekend.
play that
Which is-
ad, Justin.
Yeah, play
No,
that
I'm just-
ad.
He probably doesn't have it loaded in here.
I don't, but I can drop it in real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play it at the end. Labor Day is the 1st to the 4th.
Right.
Yeah, good times. There's a lot of new people every year. I've got a ton of messages from people that are like, "Oh, this is gonna be my first time." Especially a lot of volunteers. They're like, "Oh, I've always wanted to come. This is my first year." And I think a lot of people told me that a good way to meet people at conventions is to volunteer, because you won't know anybody and things like that.
Yeah, and
But-
it helps you interact with them and work with them and
To learn the
decide,
con.
I never want to talk to you again, and you're fun to hang out.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And a lot of people last night were asking about the pre-registration. I have a feeling that we'll probably go live sometime in next week or the week after. But a lot of games were put up today as well. So if you haven't looked at the games for Reapercon, I know a lot of them got put up this morning.
And they're on
They got
Grotix,
fixed.
not.
Yeah, Grotix. Yeah,
Right,
go look
yeah.
at the gaming schedule. Will there be a gumball machine at the Reaper store? I don't know. I know that I saw the gumball machine. I don't know if it's going to be.
We're going to be
or not.
putting some in. Yes, the mini machine at the Reaper store. Yeah, we're going to put some back in there because they're very popular.
Scrambling to get your MSP completed. That's nice. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch The Crow's Nest with Rhonda Bender. It was 2 weeks ago. Oh, is it Marble Time already? There we go.
Is that his?
350.
Oh, that's his
Yeah,
way
we
of
have-
subtly suggesting something.
We have Reaper Aaron tonight, and I have to help. Ann is doing a solo DM job with it, so
okay.
I have to support her as much. So it means
All
I
right.
can't be in traffic when it starts.
Okay.
Mac Attack, sure. You would not believe what's already living in cars here anyway.
New Marble Month. It's a new tournament, so you get your freshly polished marbles. You know, reach down in there. No more July. What are you gonna call this one? August.
It's funny because it's actually kind of already spelled phonetically, but
Yeah. AWW.
SCPT.
Augusto. All right. It's now August. Here we go. We got a couple races today, and we'll continue throughout the month, leading up to Reapercon. So that Friday before Reapercon, actually, it'll be during Reapercon, almost. Actually, right before. Hey, that was
Dude,
pretty
this
good,
one-
right there.
Yeah, this one looks good. Yeah.
Terrific, terrifying territory. Can you read that? Yeah? You're
Yeah.
not like Ron, where you're like,
No, I can read.
No, I can read. I can read since the second grade.
I did them all last night. All the names.
Yeah, it was funny. I like that pterodactyl in the back. Mr. Woodfish. That's a new name. Welcome. So if you're new
I see
here,
a lot of names I don't see on Thursday night.
yeah, there it seems to be like a lot of
Deerville, there's Montana, there's a lot of them.
yeah. Exclamation point play if you're new here. If you've never played marbles before,
30 seconds.
now's a good time to start. It's the beginning of the month. Exclamation point play. Get it in now.
I'll have to get my login active again.
For
I pay the
15th time?
fee every month, but then, yeah, I just didn't write down the password,
Oh,
so I
this
gotta
one
go do
looks
that.
badass.
That one's weird. I like that.
I bet you there's going to be teleporters, and then everybody's going to go to different ones. That's my guess.
Some of those look like they'll knock you back as well as bring you forward.
Actually, that might be just decoration. It looks like we're in warp speed. Good luck, everybody. Dogfather is the first one dropped down the little tunnel here. Let's see. What was the death rate on this one?
65%, I think.
Oh, this is the anti-gravity tunnel right here to the right. It looks like you...
Is it an elevator?
Yep. So this little tunnel has a anti-gravity, so as soon as your marble hits it, you start going up instead of falling down. Nomad Zeke and Jedi Jared. Hey, Jedi Jared, I think you were on the volunteer list, by the way. But you already knew that.
So now they've had their roundup.
Mm-hmm.
This time the paddle's going to let them go to the left.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool. Oh, there's an upper section. That's pretty badass, actually. Cool design.
So yeah, this will pull you to the left again, and then come back, and you'll hit the right.
Oh, wow. This is a cool design. Looks like Varl overtook Kuroneko.
So where does
there.
it get deadly? 65%. That's
trying to
going to be
think.
a.
We'll find out soon. There's probably going to be some little drop off or something like that. Who's in the very back there? Oh,
Crinduluru.
that's right, Quindy.
Big shocker.
Last night when we showed off her cat, she didn't realize that it was the cat turned 7 years old on 7/7.
Oh really?
I thought that was
wow.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lucky
Lucky.
birthday.
Yeah.
Mr. Woodfish, new name, coming in first. Oh, hitting the wall. It slowed down a little bit.
And John had to jinx it.
I'm sorry. Hoppy Hippo. Let's see. I don't know where the F's come in. Let's see. Everybody's kind of all kind of clustered
Yeah. It's
together.
still all just one big cluster.
Looks like Tom is in the back there, the Dogfather. Tom, are you coming to Reapercon? How is the marble race setup for Reapercon going? Pretty good. I gotta paint it. It needs to be decorated, but it functions and it works. It looks like Kuroneko. Oh, this looks like where it's gonna end right here. So you either
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, it looks like a road construction,
ooh, okay.
and they just all got vacuumed
Oh, where does everybody fall?
into the square.
Yeah, I think there's multiple
Oh, multiple teleporters.
Yeah, there's more, and you may or may not get the.
That was a
correct one.
anticlimactic ending. Okay.
Yeah, because they were expecting explosions.
That was a cool track. Anticlimactic.
Well, congratulations, Mini Mommy,
Congratulations.
Jared.
So,
Francis in the last one to stay alive.
finishers.
Very Jim and Knoke.
Grotto Goblin.
There we go.
There you go. Or miniatures all the way towards the end there. Mini Mommy, Kuro, and Barl, top 3. All right, second race. Hopefully we get a good ending for this one.
Let's see here. We want to do one with like a lower death rate.
Well, that one didn't kill anything.
Yeah, that one didn't kill
And it
anybody.
has
It killed a bunch of
65.
people. Yeah,
Oh, at
killed
the
a bu-
very end it did.
Yeah, at the very
Oh,
end.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was anticlimactic. Sure, let's go Fantastic Limited Effect, or Echo.
We could do random warped pathway for 77%
Let's do it.
with a 100% rating. Here we go.
We're chaotic this evening.
all
Tom,
the
you'll be at Reapercon with Chaos Queen? Hell yeah. I ordered my outfit for
Hey, do you have a sample?
Saturday.
I was talking to.
Dave.
Yeah.
So for Saturday at Reapercon, I will be wearing an inflatable panda suit. Just so you guys know, that'll be my outfit.
Funny, I'm walking around like with a bunch of pins sticking out, straight pins all over my body.
Really?
I have to come hug you.
Why? Oh, to pop me? No, it'll be fun. I'm gonna try to wear it all day. I don't know how it'll work. I don't know how functional it's gonna be, but I know I for sure will be wearing it for the Bone Panders. That's right. I'll be a Bone Pander for Reapercon. That's what I'll be wearing.
You're dead. No one can see you.
Skirt. All right, you got 18 seconds. Exclamation point play.
It's all covered up. You like it?
Oh, this one looks crazy. It looks like it's the same background there, the same warp speed background. I bet you start picking up speed and you start bouncing down this slide, so it starts to wave and you bounce out of the track. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully you don't go too fast and bounce out.
Why is it? I didn't hit slow mo. Oh, it's just slow. The
Yeah.
speed is just slow.
Oh, well, this is cool. Stairway to hell down here. Mac and Cheese blinding us. Perfect bounces. You might be going too hard. Oh, this is cool. Zoom out a little bit.
What would you?
Whoa. There we go.
Oh, there's Quinny.
Quinny's in fourth, apparently. Now we can see this.
This one's fun to see.
My camera won't follow this fast enough, so that's why I'm following a ball, by the way.
Yeah. You can rotate your camera here while you're on it. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like, this is as fast as I can go.
I know. No. I'm saying if you hit one and go to the marble, you can rotate your camera without moving. Like, yeah. So there's M. Fontana, who's right next to them. JT Kimmel. There's Boom Mike Dave falling off. Carrie Michael Cosby. JT Kimmel. JT Kimmel's, straight and narrow down the middle. Cool marble freestyle HQ. Oh, wow. Some cool bounces. There's Jade. What up, Jade? Oh, this one's fun. Algaress. Oh, you grind it on the edge there. It looks like Carrie Michael Cosby might be in front. I like this one. This one's fun. Carrie Michael Cosby, the Dogfather taking him over. Nice bounce right here. This one's like oddly satisfying. This looks like you would see something in an oddly satisfying compilation.
Kind of agree with you.
Especially when the marbles hit perfectly. Go to slow mode real quick. That'd be fun. Matrix. S. Morrison. Let's see. Where are we going? Are we going to first place? M. Fontana? M. Fontana. Nice picture. Who's behind them? Oh, there goes Hoppy Hoppy Hippo. Falling all the way down there. F. Dogfather. Close behind.
Bring this in slow mo here.
It looks like we're getting close to the end.
Oh,
There.
Oh,
You made
man.
it, M. Fontana. It looks like Dogfather didn't make it.
Oh, no.
JT Kimmel. Let's see. Yep. Twisted Oma. Jay didn't make it. Varl. Looks like they fell straight off. Who's going to... Grave mistake, just overpassing it. Looks like S. Morrison didn't make it. Ashley, Disfamous, they all made it. Carrie, did you bounce out? No, Carrie made it. She just bounced out. Coffee Nerdery Beer.
Overshot.
Sometimes you just got to shoot for the stars. You know what I mean? Oh, Baldur, Kuroneko. Green users. It's just straight over. Rick AJ. Ricka Jr. Oh, Ishan. Bye, Ishan Loki. You know, gone too soon. Mr. Woodfish. Oh, yeah. I think he made it.
With the finish, I think so, yeah.
We'll find out. Yeah. MG Photo. There you go. M. Fontana. That's a fun map. That one was cool. Oddly satisfying compilation right there.
There we go.
Congratulations, everybody. You polished your marbles. You wanna look at the standings real quick?
Let me pull it up here.
I know you got to get out of here. Is that one?
Yeah, I do have to get out of here. But
we'll be wrapping it up.
let me. I'll pull up the rankings here real quick, though, so people can see.
Ed was a hologram this whole time. I was just talking to a hologram. It was pre-recorded.
There we go.
No, Dave came in and they had some business to do, so he snuck off.
So there's our top 25.
There you go. M. Fontana Mini, JT Kimakuro, and Twisted. Top 5. With 0 Point Gang. Oh, season points. There we go. Kato Gato, first the leader of the 0 Points Gang right there. Oh, local points. Never mind.
Yeah, local.
Cursed 13 is the leader of the 0 Point Gang. ZPG, baby. I'm going to get that tattoo for Reapercon 0 Point Gang. It's just going to be 0. All right. While Justin looks for a raid, we'll just say our goodbyes here. We have Reaper Aaron tonight, so come back later tonight. Come for some good 5th edition goodness. You said that Anne was going to be DMing tonight, right?
She is, yeah.
So it's not Frank DMing tonight, it's Anne. So
Correct.
Who knows what will happen? Some shenanigans. I can't wait to see everybody at Reapercon, who's all coming. I'm very excited. I really want the cards to get here. I'm not going to be ready until the cards get here. I started working on finishing the dungeons, so that'll be very fun. I'm excited. I really hope that it happens.
We're going to raid the otters because we love the otters.
Been my highlight. But yeah, we'll see you later tonight. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Go watch some cool stuff. Go stay cool. I know it's very hot in the world right now for most places in the world. Thank you, Sierra Elvenblood, with the raid for 84. But we are about to raid as well.
Yeah, we're actually raiding the otters. So thank you.
Thank you,
Sierra
Elvenblood.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Were you guys painting? Were you sculpting?
Yeah, what were we doing?
Doing Warhammer, so probably painting. Sorry that we're about to raid as well. But hey, just hop onto our bus. We'll take you somewhere else. We're going to a place we raid all the time.
Yes.
Say
hi to the otters.
The otters. We're
Marine
gonna go
Mammal
raid the
Rescue.
Otters. We will be back. Everybody that just raided us, though, we'll be playing D&D later tonight about 6 p.m. in a couple of hours. 2 hours exactly. So we'll be playing D&D tonight. So we'll be back. So give us a follow if you're new here. We're Reaper Miniatures. We make miniatures. That's about it. We make paints. But we stream all day, every day, every week, all kinds of stuff. So give us a follow and we'll go raid.
Keep being awesome. We love you guys as always. And have a great weekend.
Bye.
See you, folks. In fact, we're going to roll out on this intro that I made, or this commercial. There we go.